Hello, geometry folks. Today we're going to be talking about the surface area and volume of pyramids. So what you're going to need are your notes, a pen or pencil, the foldable with all the different 3D geometry shapes for surface area and volume, and maybe a calculator if you don't want to do mental math. So this is our foldable. It's 3D geometry, volume, and surface area. We're going to be talking about pyramids. We're going to be in this flap first for a couple examples, and then we'll be in the surface area of pyramids flap for a couple examples. So we're going to be bouncing between, it's not back-to-back tabs or flaps, so just make sure you are in the correct tab when you are writing down the formulas and the example problems. Okay, so the volume of a pyramid. What is the formula to solve for the volume of a pyramid? So you should be writing down V is equal to 1/3 times big B times H, where the big B represents the area of the base. And in pyramids, you can have all sorts of different bases. You can have a rectangular base, you can have a square base, you can have a pentagonal base, you can have a triangular base. So you could be using multiple area formulas or different area formulas depending on the pyramid. And the height of the entire pyramid would be from the vertex or the top point of that pyramid to the center of the base, or that perpendicular height that we're talking about. If you have questions as to why this formula works, or why it's 1/3 times that, or B times H divided by 3, when we come back to class, we'll talk about where this formula came from and how it was derived. Okay, so hold those questions for us when we come back to class after this video. So example 4 is your first one. So our formula, remember, is 1/3 times base times height. So this is the height that we're talking about, the perpendicular height, or from the vertex to the base, that's perpendicular. So that is H. So if you want to find the area of the base, if you notice on this pyramid, the base is a rectangle. So pyramids can have all sorts of different shapes as their base. So this is a rectangular pyramid. You could also have like a triangular pyramid or a pentagonal pyramid, or any kind of base. So in our case, we have a base that's a rectangle. So all we have to do is take 1/3 times the area of the base would be 5 times 6, which is 30, times that height of the entire pyramid, which is 7. And so that would give us a final answer of 70 meters cubed. Make sure you label your meters correctly. And since we're in volume or 3D, it has a cubed on it for our units. Okay, now we're looking at example number 5. So remember our formula, 1/3 times the big B, or the area of the base, times the height. So in this picture, we have a triangular base where 9 is the tiny b in our triangle formula, and 5 is the tiny h in our triangle formula for the area of a triangle. And then from the vertex all the way down to the center of that triangle is our height of the entire pyramid, which is 8 inches. So when we find the area of that base, we're going to take 9 times 5 times 1/2. So it's going to be 22.5 times the overall height, which is 8, all times 1/3, for a final answer of 60 inches cubed. Okay, now that we've talked about the volume of pyramids, we're going to talk about the surface area of pyramids. Remember, surface area, when you're finding surface area, you just find the area of each one of the faces on any shape. And in this particular video, we're talking about pyramids. So it'd be finding the surface area of all those triangles along with the base of that pyramid, okay? Or if you really wanted a formula for that or a shortcut, this would be your formula. Surface area is equal to the area of the base plus 1/2 times the perimeter times L, which stands for slant height. So again, in this formula, big B stands for the area of the base, and the P stands for the perimeter of the base, and L stands for the slant height, or where the vertex or the top of that pyramid meets the midpoint of the edge of the base. So all the sides of a pyramid are triangles, so really all we're doing is taking 1/2 times the length of the base side times that height on the triangle, which is the slant height, Or if you want to do it all in one fell swoop, instead of doing it in multiple triangles, you can just take 1/2 times the perimeter times the slant height. Okay, so our first example is example number 10 in this foldable. So we need to find the surface area of this regular pyramid. So remember our surface area formula is B plus 1/2 times P times L. So now that we actually have a picture, can you tell that this is the slant height or the height on the side of that triangle? So the regular height of the pyramid would be going straight to the middle, but we're talking about the slant height, so that is what L is. So we're going to have a area of our base is 4 times 4 is 16, plus the perimeter of our base is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is also 16. So our formula becomes 16 plus 1/2 times 16 times 5, because this is our slant height. So that gives me a total surface area of 56. Okay, example number 11. We're using the same formula. There it is. B plus 1/2 times P times L. So the area of our base is our base on this guy is a triangle, so it's 1/2 times 12 times 10.38, plus now we have a regular triangle or an equilateral triangle, so my P is 12 plus 12 plus 12, which is 36, and they gave me the slant height of 6. So we're taking 1/2 times 36 times 6 plus 62 plus 28 gives me a total surface area of 170.28. So I want to thank you all for taking such good notes. Hopefully you guys don't have any questions on volume or surface area, but if you do when we get to class, please, 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 please ask me if you're wondering where these formulas derive from or whatever, or if you have just questions on my calculations, please ask. Don't hesitate. Anyway, thank you for taking such good notes, and I'll see you soon.